Ifunanya, the Nigerian American that rescued her father from his wicked sibling, her story is going viral and people have a lot to say. In this video, we're going to be listening to what people are saying about the case from different people's perspective. If you have not watched the full video, please go over and watch it. We already posted the complete compilation of her narration of what happened to her father. Hello, welcome to Topisco TV.
Hey, hey! I just finished watching Ifunanya's story. The heart of man is desperately wicked. Hey, Jesus. When you finish your work here, carry your bag and be going home. Oh. We go meet in peace, yo. Eh?
In everything that happens to you or happen to somebody, there is a lesson to learn from the whole experience. This guy's story of how she went back home from US to go and rescue his father. The story said that the father worked for 25 years in New York. He retired. He had a home back home. He built a house back home. So he said, I want to go back home to retire, which is everybody's majority of our dreams. I want to go home and relax with my people. So he went home, left the family in US. On getting back home, the daughter, Ifunanya, was remitting $5,000 to him. That was his pension and social security. You know, when you work and retire, you get money where government go to pay you. So money, no be problem like that. But the uncle for home with the wife, they don't see the man as ATM already. They maltreat the man. They say the man has stroke. Whether not them knock him the stroke, nobody knows. Say they have to lock the man inside door, one room, with one dirty mattress. His fingers was unkept. His beard all over him. He looks very tiny, malnourished. Oh God. You see money, eh? Now so, the guy they call the father, phone no they go again. For almost 6 months, the guy so no, I have to go and check on my father. Now so you go there, reach there, they don't use heap of sand block the gates. They don't hold the man captive. The only thing that make the man to remain alive, now that's money where they come. If not, maybe they for don't kwamberam. So this guy have to struggle, do everything with the village people, with police, with some youths, in making sure that he rescued the father. Took him to Lagos, gave him some treatments in one of the, I'm just trying to cut all these stories. Until US Embassy step in. Back. They say, come, bring him, let's issue him another passport. Because those people refuse to give him back his US passport. The guy said, no, my father can't, he's not strong, he can't walk. They have to come to the hospital to issue him with another passport. Finally, he was taken back to US with that girl. It's a very touchy story. Lesson now. Lesson number 1 is this. When you have a family, make sure you are in peace with them. Don't say, nah, girl, this one no be woman. If a woman want to work, if a girl want to get result, want to work, she can go to any lengths. And their own love, no the fake. You see, how the daughter, small girl, left US. And make sure you train the girl and show your children, not only whether girl or boy, make sure your children know your home. Because had it been that this girl don't know their home back there, that man, Google, she have to go back. Another thing, don't say, oh, it's a girl. Treat your children equally. And do you see the power of America? Now make people they say, I need their pali. He get power. That's so now they step in, resuscitate them. Take them back to US. So this girl, Ifunanya, respects. You try. You are a true daughter of your father. So the lesson is just some of these things that I just mentioned. Train your children. Let them understand where you come from. Don't be overall city boy. Another thing. Once you don't stay abroad, stay. Sometimes your people know they see you like that again. Not all of them, oh, don't get me wrong. You get some, they see you one kind because you are just in between them, their success and their failure. Maybe if you just come out small, themselves you turn to dogu. Some of them that are not good like that, they can do anything because of money. But this guy's story is something else. It's something else. No time.
Are you guys following Ifunanya's story? She's sharing the story of how her dad went to Nigeria after retirement and he used to communicate with them, but after a while, they stopped hearing from him. So this lady decided to go to Nigeria, and what he discovered shocked her. Like, it was a spiritual, physical, psychological warfare. So before I start this story, I want you guys to go to our page. I'm going to tag a handle. It's a long read. But if you're not patient, let me summarize it for you. If you're thinking of relocating to Nigeria after retirement, or you are planning to go back to Nigeria to settle, I'm not trying to discourage you, but you need to watch this story. You need to listen to this story. And you need to understand that the people you left back home are not the same people you will meet when you eventually decide to relocate. So yes, this lady said that her dad worked for a long time in New York. I think she said New York, and decided to relocate back to Nigeria. Prior to that, he used to visit home. He already built a mansion, a big mansion. I'm going to post that house, a beautiful house. So this man decided that he wanted to retire. He was done with the American life and wanted to go back home. You know, he had worked here, served the country, and then it was time for him to go relax. Mind you, his social security and retirement was about 5,000 grand. You know, that's big. So that was enough to sustain whatever lifestyle he chooses back home. So this man wanted to go settle at home. So he went to Nigeria, and this girl, Ifunanya, is like his favorite daughter. They are very close. So they used to communicate. The man, she would check up on him, you know, and everybody was in communication with him. All of a sudden, she discovered that her dad was not really communicating as much, and then it finally stopped. She said she was busy with school, you know, American lifestyle and all of that. So for a while, she noticed that she wasn't hearing from me, but she was busy with life. Then she's a prayerful girl, and then she saw a vision or something that her dad was in danger, that she needed to go home to go look for him. So this lady hopped on the plane and decided to go to Nigeria. She got to Lagos, spent some time, and then traveled to the east to look for her dad. When she got to her dad's house, in front of that mansion, the same mansion that I said they built, I'm going to put what she found here. There was a heap of sand, heap of sand, like a lot of sand in front of the gate, like somebody had intentionally covered the whole front with sand. It was so tall, so there was no way anybody could enter the house. She said, what is happening? This is where dad is supposed to be. What would have caused this? So she decided to climb to look into the compound to see what's up. As she was peeping into the compound, she saw her uncle and her aunt. And these people, oh my God, they dealt with her. They physically assaulted her, called her all sorts of names, said she was a whore, she was this, she was that, you know. And then as she was screaming and saying, Uncle, it's me, Ifunanya, I want to see my dad. You know, the whole villagers heard. And then people were beginning to gather inside their house. People said, come on, let her go and see her father. What is happening? Is there a problem? Then this auntie said, your dad is not here. Your dad is in Abuja. what is he doing in Abuja? Said he went to be with another brother of theirs, Uncle Christopher. This auntie put a call through, and the Christopher said, yes, your dad is here with me, but I can't really talk to you. He's busy right now. He can't really talk to you. You know, she was suspicious. She knew something was wrong. She said as she was about to turn, one other villager that was sitting like an older aunt said, your dad is upstairs. So she insisted that she wanted to go upstairs to her dad's room to go see her dad. These people were blocking her way. They said, no, your father is not here. Why are you disturbing us? All of those things. She kept insisting that she wanted to see her father. So they went upstairs, and what this girl found was crazy. She saw her dad on the floor, like on the bare floor. He was almost looking like a skeleton. His beards were overgrown, like somebody who had not been taken care of. He looked dry. She could actually see his bones, like on the bare floor. This man could hardly talk. He couldn't move. He was just there, like in dirt, looking almost lifeless. She screamed, what happened to my father? You know, blah, 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 blah. The center house. What are you doing here? Kiniko, kiniko. She left the house and went to the police station. She reported to the police. When the police decided to go to the house with her, they arrested her aunt. You know, it's a long story. I'm trying to summarize it. After they arrested the aunt said that, hey, okay, I'm going to bring the medical report. We take him to the doctor. The doctor treated him, and they said we should take him home. We've tried our best. No, I need the doctor's report. Like, go and bring the doctor's report. She gave them the name of the hospital. Then she said she would go home to go and bring the doctor's report. This auntie went to the house and refused to come back. So Ifunanya decided to go to the hospital to go find out what exactly is happening to her father. The doctor said no. They brought him one time. He had like a partial stroke, and they were supposed to bring him back. But it's been over almost a year, and no, but we've not heard anything. They did not bring him back yet. So we don't know what happened. So this lady decided that she wanted to go rescue her father. Can you believe what happened next? So after she was trying to get back into the house, she realized that they had blocked all access. They wouldn't let her in. So she went to like the owner who, I don't know what she called it, like the leader of the village, to go tell him what was happening. And he said, okay, fine, buy drinks for the youth in the village so that they can have like a little security guard in front of the house. So all of them can stay in front of the house. So they won't let anybody move your father outside the house till the police come. So they will help you, find a way to take your father to the hospital. So these youths stayed in front of the house. They were drinking, like safeguarding that house and everything. Would you believe that these aunties went to bring military personnel who were waving their GUN pow pow at these youths to chase them away? They chased them away. Then somebody said that after that, they saw like a truck in front of the house, and somebody dragged the uncle the father out of the house into the car, and then the car went away. This lady heard about that, and then she was crying, asking, trying to call her uncle and her aunts to find out where they took her father, but they weren't responding. She said while all of this was going on, she was praying fervently. The Holy Spirit was whispering to her and telling her how deep this whole story is. Then she wanted to find a way to get her father, so she would at least take her father back abroad for proper treatment. But these people were not picking up their calls. She involved everybody that needed to know. And while all of this was happening, she was also involving her families abroad. Everybody was in prayers and everything. So she had to go involve the American embassy at a point. That is, her father is a citizen of the United States, so they had to be informed. So yeah, after all of this was going on, then the youth called her one day and said, they brought your father back. That was after like 3 days. They brought your father back into the house. Then she wanted to go get him, but she said that something in her told her that no, wherever they must have taken your father to, they went to do something terrible to him. If you go like this, anything can happen to you. Don't just go, just calm down, just stay and be praying. She said she was praying. Then when it was time, the Holy Spirit kept whispering to her to take it easy, not be in a rush, like be patient, that these people don't want your father to remind you. They have like a mission that anytime you and your father see face to face, he would deny you. And if you insist that you want to take him abroad, he will say he doesn't want to go. And he has to give his consent before they can take him abroad. So this lady, let me quickly summarize it because I want to say all of this in 10 minutes. So this lady said that after the Holy Spirit told her to go back into the house, she got the police, like she got the villagers, everybody was involved, and the youths were already hungry with how they chased them out of that house the first time. They were already hungry and ready to do anything to this auntie and uncle. They finally got to that house, and this auntie was insisting that she was not going to open the door, that she wouldn't let them in. Like, it was crazy. They had to like go get hammer. Somebody had to break the gate to enter into the house. They got into that house, and she said it was a bit of struggle. If you see how that auntie was arguing with, I don't know if I can attach all of these things to this video. If you see the way that auntie was arguing and screaming that they weren't going to go into the house, they cannot bring the man outside, blah 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 blah. It was really 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 a tug of war. Like they were really dragging with them. They didn't want anybody to take that man. So eventually, this lady had to beg one of the youths to go and bring a ladder. They used the ladder to climb upstairs so they could enter the room to go and bring the father through. It was crazy. This woman did not release the key. She did not let anybody access into the house. It was really bad. If you see how she was dragging with them, like I've never seen such a thing. When they eventually had access to that room where the father was, and they brought that man out, if you see how skinny he was, if you see how skinny and weak he was, the most emotional part of it was when she said, "Daddy," and the man said, "Yes." "Do you love me?" And the man said, "Yes, I love you." "Do you want to go back to America?" And the man said, "I want to go back to America." The same daddy that said he wanted to retire to Nigeria to go relax is finally back here. Omo, I shock. The whole story is so emotional. It's so long. I think it's like part 9 or part 10, but I had to like summarize it for you guys. But if you want to listen to it, I'm going to tag the handle. Her name is Ifunanya, 6 foot Amazon. That's a handle. You can go watch the whole thing. It's long and so emotional. So get your tissues ready.